themselves up. I think the first frags haven't quite happened yet. A couple of tags flying around. NGO has been tagged up towards that B-bomb site, but they have somehow got themselves right into the Wolves' den as such, and here they come. PRV leaps across the double doors, lays down some fire. Adamski lands that first shot onto Swinkers, so that is a great big bit of opening play coming out from those T side, who do have 5 players still standing. Bomb down and ticking. This is going to be a big moment for them, but here comes ALSEN. Cub with 1, Ems with a second. Oh, wow, it's all falling in their favor. But it's left in a 2v2, but look at Cub, 1 HP left. Not ideal for him, but MaxFlo, I think it's NGO actually in those B tunnels, laying down the fire, but it's Pete to mop up too. Claim their first round for MaxFlo. So, guys, you know what that means. That's going to be a big bonus for the MaxFlo guys. That is a huge amount of money in the bank, big bit of momentum, and that's really secured themselves into this game so far.
Yeah, and that is quite a true. I'm just going to, highlight a thing here. We do have, actually, for the first time ever, a camera operator. We do have an actual observer right now. If you go into the auto director, which is now controlled by an actual human being. So this is the first time ever an observer has made his way into Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And let's see how good he is. And if he's bad, then it's all flame, because that's how we do in Counter-Strike. But
that's how we do.
Yeah, that being said, it's going to be 2-0 without much hassle for the MaxFloPlay lineup. And yeah, of course, we do see the likes of the AKs, the Galils coming out, and of course for the C2 Smalson, just the regular P2000 and P250s. And yeah, it's going to be yet another round, so it's going to be 3-0 without much problems really for the MaxFloPlay lineup.
Yep, unless something incredible happens, I can imagine that is the way it's going to pan out. But we do see, obviously we saw the early buys coming in to train that we saw in the last game. But, well, Swinkers has got that first frag with the headshot coming out from that pistol fire into NGO's face. So that's a good way to start things off if you are in favour of that CT side, which is ALSEN. Swinkers now pushing ever closer from those B tunnels, really trying to get into the minds of MaxFlo, who are just sitting up right by the top of mid. And you can see him peeking out now. He's not being cautious about this, laying down some fire towards Adamski, who's just kind of snuck away back up towards mid. So he's going to sit back in towards those B tunnels, go back to that B-bomb site, because he knows that, well, the T side look like they're going towards short. So here we are. You can see the nades and such flying out. They are making their way through. Who is waiting to receive on that A-bomb site?
Yeah, basically they do have one guy along, and it looks like the observer found him, but we are going with the POV of Adamski right now, and oh, nice little boost coming in from the CTs. They're very quick boost, but it will not amount to anything really, because yeah, Hyper and PRV will shut that one down. But look at the HP though of MaxFlo players. They have 2 players, and they are being taken down right now. Looks like an eco round win if Hyper can just, yeah, he's not going to be able to clutch it. That's an eco round win.
Indeed, and that's not what we expect right now. Obviously, we've seen a couple of people buying up very early on, you know, trying to kind of cause this issue, but they have had to invest in money and in weapons and kind of, you know, create that bit of an issue. But these guys did it with absolutely nothing but a couple of pistols and a few flashes here and there. So that is a big start to things for these guys. That is exactly what we want to be seeing. And let's see if they can keep it up now. Obviously, offsetting that pace and the general trend of what we could imagine happening is going to cause a big difference. So let's have a little look as to where these guys are deciding to go this round and how it's going to kind of pan out. Obviously, I will be putting my faith within our camera operator. Let's see how it goes down. Likes of Dobby just peering out. T-side pushing the way up towards short. The Eagles alongside them pushing straight through now towards that A-bomb site. And here we go. Ems has found the first onto Hyper. Racking that headshot straight in. Ice straight on it again. A couple of bullets flying down, but PRV will use that Deagle perfectly. Swingers has to get into action. Taking down PP. You can see the likes of Dobby now is in severe pressure. He's had to retract almost fully down towards A-long. And rizc, this is a bad situation for that CT side at the moment.
This is a really bad situation. They basically invited the entire terrorist team into the bomb site, and that's something you can never do. They are in a Deagle round, so this is not a favorite round for them to win, but right now it's looking fairly good for them. The question is, like, where is the bomb? Because they're not equipped with the bomb right now.
No, indeed.
I have actually no clue. No. It looks like they're just being taken off here, but actually it's just Doobie remaining now for this CT side, and now NGO has found the bomb, and they're going straight for that B bomb site, flashing back onto Doobie, so they will have that bomb planted, and they will be in a 2v1 on that B bomb site before like Doobie can come in and do anything, and he doesn't have any flashes, so he has to pick up this first frag if he wants any chance of doing anything in this round.
Yeah, indeed. He is looking towards the right side, so obviously he's making his way towards that B-bomb. He knows that bomb is down and ticking. He's got a big bit of work to do. More HP than both of these players, but still, the position they have is superior, and that's exactly why NGO will find that frag and drop him down with a beautiful headshot and bring it back, well, into MaxFloPlay's hands. So there was a little bit of a upset going on already in this one.
Yeah, and, well, to be honest, like, Norbiak is the guy that I really would like to step up because he did so well at Mirage. We really saw how good he could play. Then on Train, I'm not really going to comment on Nuke because I think he was pretty okay on that map. But on Train, he didn't look that good at all. Only got a couple of frags during the entire game. And right now, he's at 0-3. So it's always like, if you have a guy that's not performing as well as the rest of the team, it's going to be really hard to come through and get a lead. And, well, he basically has to step up, not to top frag, but just to get the same amount of frags as everyone else. It's going to be extremely hard for ALSEN to do anything if they have a player like him sitting at the bottom of the score by the entire game.
Yeah, the mentality behind it is not easy to deal with. Hyper has picked up a lovely set of frags. They're taking down Swinkers and Norbiak, leaving only Cobb left alive. So, 1v5 and a bomb to defuse. I think this is even beyond his ability right now.
Yeah,
T-side do have a lot of weaponry behind them. That, you know, he's just going to sit back and try and pick up a couple of exit frags, I can imagine.
Yeah. Cobbs, once more, the last guy standing for ALSEN.
Common trend.
Common trend so far. And let's see, he might have a chance to pick up one here, but no, it's not going to be able to. And that's going to make it 4-1 in favor of MaxFloPlay here on DDoS2, the first map out of possible 3. And yeah, DDoS2, of course, yeah, it kind of depends on what teams you have, but usually when you have top-class teams, they do decide on that T side as their favorite side. So right now you can see that coming in handy. MaxFloPlay in the lead for 3 rounds, really driving those strats out. But now Norbiak has picked up that AWP, so what can he do with it? That's the question. He needs to change the pace of the game, and he needs to get those frags here this round.
Yep, and the T-side have decided long is the place they were going to push. MMs has found PRV there, so the damage has already been done by that CT side, just kind of quelling their push. We can see the likes of Norbiak with that orb, all very much alone at B, so I don't know how much action he's going to actually find there. He needs to kind of go with the flow of the game, but the T side might be rotating all the way around. I do believe they are, so maybe he's in for some action as of yet, but I have to wait and see what the T-side decide to do because they're very much controlling the pace at the moment. They're not really allowing the CTs to kind of get their, you know, any sort of control on this map so far. So W under pressure now towards that A-bomb. He's getting tagged up through the boxes. Wow, that's going to hurt. Really chipping away at that HP. MMs has found NGO. Swinkers onto Pete. This is all going very much against them. CT side have 5 players standing still. So MaxFloPlay need to do something and do it quick. They are looking towards the B-bomb side and they do have a fair bit of a presence within it, but I don't know if they can do anything here. The CT side look like they're going on the hunt right now.
To be honest, like, they really need to get the bomb down, and they did that. But right now, Adamski needs to chill out and stay back at the bomb side, and that's exactly the opposite of what he actually did there, going out into middle. You never want to go out into middle, even though you have a weapon and, well, the bomb is planted. You never want to go out when you're against 5 players on the enemy team, because they can just take the superior angles, because, well, they're more on the freaking lineup than you, so you never want to challenge in a situation when you're behind man-wise. So he should have just stayed in the bomb side and just waited, hold his angles, because they can take the time with the bomb. He decided not to do that, and basically that's a big chance slipped away there from his team.
Indeed. Now, obviously, the CT side do have a bit of money beside them now, so they do have a little bit of a bite to their bark as such, and let's see what they can do with it. A couple of shots being rattled off by Pete straight down towards those double doors. Nothing yet connecting, sadly, as he'll peer back once again. The T side even are pushing the way through those B tunnels. Swinkers positioning himself very aggressively, but did get that frag onto PRV. Hyper quickly shuts him down. MMZO onto Pete, denying that AWP fire. But NGO avenges as we are left in a 2v3 in favour to the T side. So where do you think they're going to go with this one?
I have actually no clue. Let's have a look at the map. We do see Adamski and NGO making their way onto that long area, while Hyper is still making some noise here in B, just making sure that they'll have 1 man on the B bomb side, while his teammates are going to plant the bomb on A, and it's just going to be all on Doobie right now. He has to make something happen before that bomb gets planted. He has to draw some time at least. It's not looking like he'll be successful in that at all. Right now we do have the bomb going down, and Norbiak right here coming in with the flashbangs. The smoke is already down. He should be able to pick this one up. He does pick up Adamski, and now it's all on NGO basically, because Hyper is only on 7 HP. I have no idea what's going on. Everything is smoked, and oh, he's going for the defuse! But will not do the ninja defuse. NGO coming in with the hat-trick that round. Hyper also with 2 to win yet another one for MaxFloPlay. I actually thought that the CT somehow, some way could get that back, even though there was an early plant for the Ts. The CTs looked like they were in good positions, but not this time.
I can't believe how gutsy NGO was there. He literally stayed on the bomb site, just covered himself in that smoke that was put down, and it worked. Oh, that's not how you want to start things off. NGO actually takes the upgrade onto Swinkers, straight through the door. Wham bam Shazam, thank you very much. NGO there opening things up perfectly, even after hitting a little bit of a teammate with his AWP fire early on, but he's made up for that So, advantage to the T side. And now, what can they do with it, rizc?
Well, what they can do right now, have a look at the map overview, they can go and control that short area, which is something that a lot of teams like to do here in Dust 2. It's kind of the ramp equivalent of DE Nuke that we talked about earlier. The short area is really what you want to control because it has become so much bigger, like space-wise, than it was in Source in 1.6. So if you control that area, you can easily go down to middle, you can get onto A side, and right now it looks like they're going to go straight for that A bomb site. Who do we have covering it though? We do have Doobie here coming in from behind, trying his luck, but not succeeding. And then it's Norbiak who will pick up that frag, and it's currently 2v3. The bomb is planted on A. MM's going for the frag here, but not really picking it up. Hyper taking out Norbiak, and it's all on MM's now.
Yep, 1v2. Gonna edge closer, but too far for Hyper. He just stops him in his tracks and says, not today. Taking that scoreline to, well, 6-2 in favour to MaxFloPlay. There's T side here, and they're looking very good so far. They've, as you said, controlling that midsection, working off where they get the picks, where they feel more comfortable, and it's been working out for them so far. They seem very strong whenever they go towards that A-bomb site as well. They very much go together as a unit, go as a collective, and get everything done. They don't hold back for a second. So, where do we see them actually going this round?
We do have Adamski getting quite aggressive here at long, and he will pick up a headshot, but that is a trade for a lot of HP, and you have to remember this is an eco of ALSEN, so whatever damage they can do is very, very important. If they just can get 1 or 2 kills, that is 1 or 2 weapons denied for the terrorist team, that's good for them. So right now taking Adamski down to 17 HP is pretty damn good, and he could actually go down now. Let's see if we can find the CT here. It's going to be Doobie. And if you could get that weapon, that would be a good start, or a good end to that round, actually, as we do have only 1 player remaining for that CT side, and that is Doobie. And he's not going to be able to take it.
No, indeed, Adamski stood firm. Said, no, I'm keeping hold of my 6 HP that I was left on, and retains that for that next round with his gun. So 7-2 is the scoreline to that T side once again, edging further away with this game now, and going further forward. So I do like the way MaxFloPlay are playing. I do like the way they're pushing as a whole, as a collective, and really getting these sites under control near on immediately. Adamski going for that early pick once again onto long, it seems. Gonna lay down some fire. Peep just beside him, but MMs has learned from his ways prior and takes him down with that M4 shot straight into the skull of Adamski. So giving the advantage to the defensive side, who now have a little bit of firepower beside them, and hopefully can do some damage. NGO nevertheless has found the reply very quickly with the AWP onto Norbiak. So that has brought things to an even playing ground now, and it's got to be edged away by one outstanding player. NGO is tagged up for all his troubles, merely 11 HP keeping him alive now, but Pete is slowly but surely making his way towards that A-bomb site. Hyper onto Clubs, he's got to make his move pretty fast now, try and get behind these players. Oh, he's got a glimpse of one, he's going to take some shots. I do believe that is Doobie, he does take down Doobie as well. Going to look for more, going to lay some fire down, but Swinkers is there, and he's not going to allow that to happen for a second. 3v2, it's very much in favour of that T side. Can these two get back into it?
Let's see here, he's coming in from the tunnels, and he is actually in a big chance to pick up something. Usually you want to spray through that smoke there because you can shoot onto the back of the bomb site, but not really hitting the opponent. So they decide to go back and save their weapons to fight another day. But still, this is almost getting out of hand for them right now. They are behind 2-8 here. Of course, T side is favored by a lot of teams here on DDoS2, but still don't want to get behind with like 6 rounds this early in the game.
Indeed, just motivationally, that will start wearing them down. They've got to keep their heads in the right place here, because this is for 3rd place. This isn't a small game. They're definitely not out of it. They've got to keep going and get themselves in the right mentality to bring this one ever further forward. So, POV does have a nice position here to go towards that B-bomb site. I think he's doing just that. And let's see what he can do. Oh, Adamski opened up very nicely onto Norbiak. So that's a big bit of presence out of the game already for ALSEN. So that's not going to help them out as they go forward here. As here we go, PRV straight to that B-bomb site. Yeah, no presence at all. So PRV can get a nice bit of control going here, laying down some fire. Great shot to Cup in unison with NGO laying down some fire as well. And now they've got full control of B, and that is not what you want to be doing. You don't want to be allowing it that easy. And what? I don't know what the hell ALSEN are doing at this moment, because they seem so locked out of anything.
Yeah, I remember a quote actually from the great Red Eye. It was not on the B-bomb side, it was on the A-bomb side in the CSO's game. They're just rolling out the welcome mat and inviting the terrorist team in, and that's exactly what they're doing. You're just leaving the B-bomb side uncontested, and that's not a thing you never want to do at all. But right now it looks like they are getting back though. So, yeah, like, letting them get the bomb plant. But right now, Hyper has a chance of clutching this one versus 2. He should be able to pick up this one. Could he pick up the second one on the bomb side? It's Immense versus Hyper. Can Hyper clutch it? Oh, he can clutch it. And that's yet another one for MaxFloPlay. 9-2.
Indeed, and while that round was ALSEN's for the taking there, the early start didn't go in their favour in any way, shape or form. They depended on that retake towards B. It didn't happen. They allowed so much control of it. As you said with what Red Eye said, it applies perfectly here. And well, it didn't really work out all that well. And look how much, the HP has been chipped away by those orbs straight through mid. Swinker's already knocked down to 24 just because of those shots landing straight through those double doors. Hyper just positioned himself in those B tunnels, but Doobie has found Pete, so that is already going in favour to the CT side. So maybe this is what they need. They need to get these early picks in. Even though they get tagged up, they got to land the shots. And find out going out from short is Doobie under pressure, but he does get one. MMs comes in with that nade just a little bit too late, but it picks up the frag anyway. So 4v2 situation. Big advantage to the defenders this round, so they need to hold on to this. Yeah, this is their round to lose now. If they let this go, it's pretty much their fault.
Yeah, and the bomb was also down here at short, and Immense has got that one on lockdown. So that's basically... Oh, actually, Hyper somehow got that frag. I'm not sure how that happened. But basically, if he died there, there would be no chance of them winning it. But he has got that frag, so they have something to work with, and they have the position now. One of the T's or one of the CTs there on that A bomb side. Let's see here if NGO can pick up something. Hyper with yet another one, only with 11 HP, able to just kind of get another frag here. And NGO will be holding down here in the middle. He knows exactly what's up, but he's choosing the wrong angle, and Norbiak comes in with a double in the end. So that's another round for ALSEN. Well, they are still behind, but if they can keep the momentum going now, it will be good for them. But on the other hand, if they lose this round, the economy situation will be just effed up completely.
Yeah, they'll be left in absolute tatters if they don't seem to get themselves back into this one. But let's have a little bit of faith in our camera operator here, as I want to see where he's deciding to take us this round. We do see Norbiak here towards that B-bomb site, just peering through towards those B tunnels, trying to find anyone who's daring to peek across. And obviously, considering how the T players have been pushing this quite regularly and fairly uncontested, maybe this is what they need. Norbiak did get tagged up a couple of rounds ago. Maybe that's why his presence hasn't been so felt within that B-bomb site, but the flashes are coming out towards the B tunnel, so they're being held back. But Swingers has opened up onto Hyper, the man of the moment. He's been really doing the damage for those T players. So that threat out of the way. Maybe the CTs can claw something back now, because as you said, if they don't get this round, their economy is going to be ruined for the next couple of rounds. They've got to do something here.
Right now, we do have a Damsky, at least that's the guy the observer has to follow. So let's see what kind of damage he can do onto that guy Norbeck on that B-bomb site. Actually, there's two CT players in here, and one of them is turning his back on Adamski. Adamski will pick up one, goes for that second one as well. Could actually pick him up, doing good damage, but the pistol not being good enough in the end. Norbeck picking up the double there, and all of a sudden it looks like ALSEN will get yet another round and keep the momentum flowing.
Indeed, this is definitely their round here. It's all left on PRV, and I don't think he's going to be out for much of a challenge, if I'm honest. He's going to surely be under severe pressure, and he's going to try and do what he can here to minimize the damage it's going to cause for the next couple of rounds. Maybe deny some weapons if he can, but it's a tricky situation. 22 seconds on the board. It's pretty much what can I do here to be a bit of a nuisance more than anything. So I think he's going to look towards the A-bomb side, but I don't see much happening from it, if I'm completely honest with you.
Well, if he gets the first frag onto Immense, he can actually go get the bomb down. Immense doesn't even want to contest him, so he's going to get that bomb down, and that means really a lot. He can keep the economy flowing. They need this bomb plant.
Wow.
So, yeah, and actually now he has a
What was the CT side doing? Yeah,
I don't know. That was
they
really
just completely
weird.
ignored A.
I know, but right now, PRV has a chance of clutching this one, but he will be taken out by Doobie. But still, a bomb plan is pretty good, because if you have a look at the economy situation, you do have PRV and Adamski with low money. NGO and Pete, of course, can probably force buy, and Hyperkick can drop one. That means they can buy 4 AKs in the next round if they want to. So it's actually possible for them to buy now, as we do reset the score. But the question is, will they buy up? Or will they go and eco into a full buy? And as I said, they are going to buy up whatever they can and see if they can get their 10th round on the board here.
I'm extremely surprised how ALSEN allowed them into that bomb site so easy. The rotate happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what MMs was doing. He was positioned on short. He walked off. I think maybe he expected him to come through short. Maybe he expected him to be saving. I don't know, but it did not work out in favour. He allowed money on the board, and that's not what you want to be doing. The T side now look like they're ready to go towards that B bomb site, where they might be met with a little bit of fire, I can imagine. So we are sticking with MMs for now, but I don't see much happening towards that area. But NGO has found Norbiak's head, taking it straight off his shoulders, so they're now pushing the way straight forward. But here we go, Cub and Swingers finding frags each and leaving it in a 3v3 situation. It's all even so far, but look where Adamski is. Right in that B-bomb side, pushing forward, flashed up, tagged up. He's got to do something and lay it down fast, because the CT side know exactly where they are, and they're going to do everything to stop them. Here we go, Adamski, big frag, Hyper following up as well, leaving it all on MMs. Where is he? MMs now by that window, just peering through, looking for a little bit of a lucky pick, hopefully, but it's not going to happen. 13 HP risk. This isn't a great situation to be in.
Not at all. And it looks like the investment is going to pay off. Adamski will take the final frag. And that was a lot from him this round, actually. I think it was 1 or 2. Yeah, 2 frags from him that round. And yeah, it's going to pay off for them. They invested a lot, and it was a huge risk. But in the end, it actually paid off. So now they're 10-4 and could actually go 11-4 because, well, they have the money to buy all the flashbangs. We do have the CTT buying up, but that is kind of forced. They have 1 AWP, and then a lot of players with their FAMASs or not all the nades. And actually, I think I saw a Max 7 who's now attacked to 46 HP.
Yep, but here come the T-players straight towards that B-bomb side. Pete, beautiful shots raining out. Norbiak and Cub taken down by Peek's AK work. That's Drinkers, though, working with that shotty. And, well, the damage is being done, but the T side are left with an advantage of players and that bomb down. So I don't know how the CT side are going to get back into this one. It's going to be a bit of a struggle.
Now, right now we see DB here. If he can get the first frag onto one of those guys with low HP, that would be pretty damn good. We do have him. Oh! Running no-scope from Immense, but it's not going to be enough. Hyper takes out the double frag in the end, and it's going to be 11-4 in this first half here in Dust 2. Of course, the first map in this best of 3. Who will go home with the bronze medals and I think $1,000, $1,000 there for 3rd place. And yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting to see what happened here in the second half.
Indeed, so on that switch over, we will be seeing the MaxFloPlay guys sitting there on that defensive half, whereas ALSEN now will having to be bringing the pressure and the fire and controlling that pace on the T side. So I want to see what our camera operator decides is best. Well, we can see a B tunnel push going out from the MaxFloPlay guys, not sitting back for a second, really chasing down that player. Who is it? It's Norbiak. He knows they're behind him, laying down some shots, not going to get it. PRV and Pete in unison will claim that one. Adamski follows up onto MM's. Big advantage to the defending side. Now MaxFloPlay looking to stretch their lead into this by picking up this very first pistol round. And this is an important one, rizc.
Yeah, that was not a good smoke through down there. That was not a good smoke, and that has allowed one of the CTs to push straight through CT spawn, and they'll probably not be able to clutch this one, or he will not be probably able to clutch this one. This last guy who's taking out Swinkers. And actually, it was a really good strat what they did, to be honest. They like faked in the middle, faked into B, and then they wanted to smoke towards CT on that crossover and then get the bomb down, and so they could hold a specific angle, allowing the CTs only to rush through the smoke and then find out where the terrorists were. But the smoke was simply not in place. And that's something you cannot allow to happen on such a high level of Counter-Strike. Your smokes has to be in place every freaking time, and this time it wasn't, and that has basically cost them a chance of winning this round.
Indeed, and obviously something so small like a smoke not landing in the right place has now caused such a snowball effect that's going to happen now, because the CT side will have the money advantage going forward and such a big bit of confidence beside them. So obviously the T side now have a massive uphill struggle. Norbiak once again through those B tunnels, going to peer across, look for some bit of hope here. You can see like the Swingers trying to help him out. Through the double doors they go, going to really burst out here. Flag comes down, NGO claims the first but quickly avenged.
Adamski though in a great position. From behind, looking to take him down with the M4, but he's not going to do much damage really. I actually thought he was going to do way more than that. But never mind. Doobie is running into the B bomb side, and if he can take down PRV here on the bomb side, he will be able to plant that bomb, and that's exactly what they're looking for right now. They're looking for a bomb plant so they can get the economy rolling, and they have gotten exactly that. As we can see here, they didn't buy up, so this was an eco round for them. A bomb planter here in an eco round is exactly what you want as a terrorist team, but now Doobie has a chance of clutching. It will not succeed, but still bomb planted, mission successful.
Get about getting that money in the bank and trying to do, as you said, any sort of small task there is to kind of get that money rolling. Because you've got to look forward in these games. It's not just about the moment in hand, it's about the moments in the next upcoming rounds. So we do see the scoreline edging away from ALSEN, but they are trying to claw things back here and there. MaxFloPlay are looking very comfortable at the moment on 13 rounds to a mere 4. So obviously this is going to be a task for the newly appointed T side, but I have faith in them to really bring something here. They do have some weapons beside them now. Norbiak has got that AWP. Not going to land anything initially, sadly, but rizc. They're going to decide to go for an A push. Have we seen the long push coming out as of yet?
We haven't really seen like one with a big amount of people like we have right now, but we have seen something in the lines of that, and it hasn't really worked out for them so far. But maybe things will change now. They do have Norbiak with that AWP, and they actually allowed straight onto the bomb site. They do have Hyper in that little crossover, but it looks like the terrorists will get the bomb down, and if Doobie can hold down the guys at short, it will be pretty successful. But there we go. The smoke is actually in place, but Hyper is allowed to run straight through it, and he's now on that bomb site. It's going to be probably all onto Norbiak because he's that long with that AWP that is, but he's going to be taken out by Hyper also. Hyper just going absolutely ballistic on these terrorists this round. 2 players remaining though. It's not all over yet. Cubs is the last man standing, but they are defusing and he's not in time.
Wow, how did they allow Hyper through there? He literally ran straight through their smoke almost and just took out 3 players.
Yeah.
It was like they didn't even expect it to happen. They seemed shocked. They seemed absolutely stunned at the fact that someone's been so gutsy to do it. And it paid off so damn well. He got the guy who's trying to plant, he got the guy who's trying to defend him, and then the rest were just left in tatters. Incredible play coming out already from some of the CT players, so I can imagine this is going to be a beautiful game going forward. And MaxFloPlay definitely in this to win it. They're not going to allow this one to go too easily. NGO opening up perfectly there through B tunnels onto MMs and might have an inkling as to where that T-side are now pushing. PRV joins the other fun, peeking Norbiak. Oh, more fire coming down. Great play from NGO. Just spraying right down at the feet of Doobie and just denying any chance of another push going from the T-side. And the T-side did buy up a little bit this round, so they do have the AKs, and this is going to be a big moment for them to lose. So there we go, Cub finally taking down NGO, but the damage has been done. There's only 2 standing against 4, so it's an uphill struggle, and I just don't see this really working out for them right now.
And this is basically ALSEN going for the win, because if they lose this one, they'll be on 15, and they'll have to eco, or almost eco.
Yep.
So they had the choice of either going to eco this round and then buy up in the last round. But yeah, they decided to buy up now, and it hasn't worked out for them, so we're probably going to see a 16-4 victory very soon here.
Yep, and for them to pull this off now would be something not necessarily unknown, but it would be so difficult for them. They do have a little bit of money left. You can see them buying up on the lovely overlay what they can. Couple of deagles, you know, bits and pieces, but it's not what they want. You want that full buy when you've got to make a stand like this. On a pivotal round like this one is, you've got to do something and do it big. So Hyper laying down nades, couple of smokes. Adamski opening up again the second there. Big play from Adamski, picking up 2 very early frags, taking ALSEN down to a mere 3 players and decimating anyone who dare peeks him at long. So he's going back for more, going to lay down some more shots. I don't know if he's tagged anyone up here. I think he's going to lay a couple of bullets in their direction. Hyper now coming up to try and support him. This is not looking good.
Adamski's so strong, and he runs out of bullets, but he luckily has a pistol. And he picks up the 4th frag, 1 player remaining, already saying GG. And yeah, really the importance of not having the armor there, not having all the flashes. Just, yeah, you can see that right there. Just losing the entire round, not even getting a single kill, and Norbiak will have nothing to do here. It's going to be 1-0 now score in the favor of MaxFloPlay, 16-4 in the first map. And, well, MaxFloPlay are the favorites here, and they certainly look like favorites so far.
Yeah, definitely showing exactly what they're worth here. Beautiful individual play coming out from a couple of their players. Hyper, Adamski, really looking very good. You can see it almost reiterated perfectly on that scoreboard, 22-8 and 20-12. So they're doing brilliantly. But I don't want to write ALSEN out of it. We've seen how much they can change from map to map. Yeah. So maybe Inferno's more their cup of tea.
That is a very viable thing to say, because we don't really know yet, because ALSEN is a team that no one really knows. MaxFloPlay might know them because they play in EPS together, EPS Poland. So they might have a match there, and they might have played something like Inferno, might have a chance of knowing what they're up to. But all us other normal human beings have no idea what's going to happen. So it's going to be a pretty exciting game. Inferno, a map that we haven't casted so far in the tournament. So that's going to be really good. But of course, the players, I'll need a short break. And I'll also need a break so I can get some pizza in my stomach. And we're going to take a short commercial break. Then we'll be back with the second map between ALSEN and MaxFloPlay. See you then. So welcome back here to ESP TV for the second map between these two teams. We have ALSEN versus MaxFloPlay at the IEM Katowice CSGO tournament. And right now we're jumping straight into the second map. If the logos wanted to work, they don't want to rename. So let's see if it's going to be all effed up. I'm going to try to reconnect here and hopefully we won't miss much. And here we go. So second map going to be DE Inferno SE. And yeah, of course, MaxFloPlay with that first map win 16-4. And the logos are working. Yeah, good. Jump straight into it. Here we go.
So, you did miss one shot, and it was onto Adamski there, I can imagine, but the T side now making their way straight towards that B side through the CT spawn. Aggressive play coming out from the T players. Working with that advantage of that one player, so now pushing straight through towards those ruins, going to peer through. I think Swinkers is leading that charge with the pistol. Oh, he spotted one. It was NGO. Did get the first frag, but quickly avenged and dropped down by Doobie. So pushing forward towards the B bomb side. Where are these players laying in wait? You can see a couple of them here, there, and everywhere. Is Hyper coming through. Picks up one, picks up two. Don't tell me he's going to get the third, because that would be absolutely insane if he does. But oh, Cub has found Pete. It's all on Hyper now. 1v2. It's a bit of a task. Let's see if he can put it off. Just a pistol alongside him. Bomb now ticking. He's got a time limit to what he can do. He's got to get himself moving now. He's going to peer across towards that site. He knows there's one on there, but he can imagine there's a crossfire, and that's exactly what it was. And MMs will find the shot with the pistol. And there we go. The first pistol round, the one that can cause so much of a landslide, has gone in favour to that T side.
Yeah, and really, when you have two terrorists on such a high level, like sitting there doing the crossfire on the B bomb side, there's basically nothing you can do, and that really showing through there. So we will have a 1-0 score right now. Of course, this is the second map. So if MaxFloPlay can take this one, they will go straight into that bronze medal. And but right now, this of course ALSEN that's leading. So let's see if they can start something good here in that T side. Looks like they want to push straight into the B bomb side now.
Yep, looking to open the throw nice and quickly. Cub is watching the back there. He's going to try and lay down some fire. I don't know if he got anything to connect, but look exactly where Adamski is. He's right amongst them. If he can try and time this a bit better, he might be able to claim a few frags here. But the presence between that B-bomb site and, well, CT players is huge. The T players are truly submerged within this site. Adamski now peers up behind the bags of concrete and dust, trying to lay down some shots. Not going to manage to land that much. Pete will get a shot onto Norbiak, nevertheless. That's a beautiful headshot that's going to really work in their favour. 3v3 situation now. They're slowly but surely working their way back in, but they've got to do it with a bit of a rush behind them because, well, that bomb is down and ticking, rizc.
Yeah, and they're not going to have much time, and their HP is also very, very low. So Pete is the last man standing. He's going to run away, and I'm not quite sure what kind of weapon does he even have. He doesn't have any weapon. He does have a deagle, and that's what he's going to save. Which is kind of questionable because now he won't have that much money when they move into the first buy round. But actually, Pete is the one AWPing for MaxFlo, so that's going to be quite an issue. That means you need a drop if they want to AWP in the first buy round. Probably not going to do that now, but still he's going to have a deagle now. His money though, not that good. 2-4, and he's not spent any money apart from that deagle compared to his teammates. So yeah, 2-0 is the score right now for ALSEN, and looking to take the third round right now.
Yeah, and for once this is actually going the way we expect. We've been saying that normally, obviously off the back of a pistol, you'll generally get a couple of rounds. I think every game so far, it's kind of been interrupted and changed around, so it looks like we're actually saying something that's completely untrue. But I assure you guys, normally it goes this way. So ALSEN now looking towards that B-bomb side. Let's see if they can open this up once again. I think it's fairly heavily stacked by the CT side. 4 players actually within that side, but Swinkers has found PRV. Now, here we go. The T side pushing straight in towards B. They're not taking any time at all. And here comes Adamski with a great shot to Swinkers. Oh, MMs has joined in on the fun. It's all going the T-sided way at the moment. With only 2 players standing for MaxFlo. And where are they, rizc?
Pete is in the tree. He's just sitting there hiding with his deagle. And they have not spotted him yet. Which is kind of weird, but hopefully he'll be able to make something of it. Actually, the terrorist down there just below him has not seen him. I think he might be going for the ninja defuse here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Is this a snow? He's been spotted. I was about to say, is that the spawn version too? But that's not going to happen. No ninja defuse for him this time around. And Hyper will be saving once more a deagle for MaxFloPlay.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this deagle love they seem to have going on right now. But they want to save it. Well, you can save it. So ALSEN looking very strong, and now I think the next round, the first round, we can really see something happening for MaxFloPlay. They've got to kind of get themselves back into this somehow. They've got to start doing it rather quickly. Obviously, you don't want to get this kind of slipping away from you this early on, because just mentally, it's very hard to get yourselves back into it. And, well, this is the first round. They have a little bit of firepower beside them. They do have the couple of M4s split around. They have the nades, the flashes, whatever they need, they have. This is where we get to see how these two really stand with each other. finally on an even kind of kill. They both know how they've been playing so far. And let's see how this one pans out. Doobie is pushing rather quickly towards B with that P90, I do believe. So he's really looking like he's going to be going in nice and quick. Flashed up, though. He's going to try and slow down the pace a touch. Smoke now plumes in his way. Nades are coming in too, so he can't quickly run in there. You can see the spam is going to hold him back, and now he's joined by the rest of ALSEN here on Banana
really
as he peers across.
Side.
Yeah, indeed, they do. This it's very rare I see a team this focused towards B. I've seen a lot of kind of players work in A, work in outs, but this seems like this is where they want to be right now. NGO has to find a way to deny this as well. He does have a couple of teammates beside him, going to drop out that flash, but here come the T players really running right across towards that bomb site. He does get one onto Swinkers. Can he switch across in time? Oh, it's a player right in front of him. He misses him. That was MM's, who will claim that frag. Adamski has to get into the action. 3v3, but
nice
oh my god, Pete straight through the smoke. Knowledge coming up absolutely king right now, leaving only 2 players standing for the T side. rizc, this is incredible play from them.
Absolutely incredible. But right now, Doobie has a good chance of doing some damage. That nade pops straight in there. And if Immense can hold it down at the back of the bomb side, they have a huge chance of doing this. Adamski now, the last man standing for MaxFloPlay, can't jump in there. The terrorist players are not with a lot of health, though. He can actually go straight in here, get the double kill, and defuse the bomb. He's moving onto the back of the bomb site. Can he get the frag, though, with the M4? But he will not. Doobie is in a good position, and it will be 4-0 for ALSEN here on this first half here. And I really like what they've done because, well, basically what they have done is that they really analyzed their opponent. They know that MaxFloPlay only plays one guy on A, or one guy on B, excuse me, and then one guy who rotates from spawn. And they've been able to catch that guy rotating from spawn almost every time, apart from that time where they stacked. They are going to stack again, MaxFloPlay. So they know what's going to happen on the top bomb side. Actually, they're just going to rush straight on to Banana with the Eagles. Not sure about this strat at all. Immense will pick up 2 before Hyper eventually will get that frag, but yeah, Hype actually, though, with a double with that P250 onto 2 AKs. And let's see if he can pick up even more. But no, he's going to be denied. Well, PRV has picked up an AK, so currently 2v2. Not a bad situation at all for MaxFloPlay.
Indeed, but now PRV is under pressure. He's got to get out of that situation. You can see the flashes coming in and the amount of players that are trying to converge onto his area, but, well, maybe this isn't the time to go B for once. Seems as though they've just kind of realised that there is a second bomb site on this map, and it is by A. The first time they've even looked towards that, and Doobie here is one of the guys. He's the guy with the bomb right now. Cub just merely being his bodyguard as they're trying to escort their way towards that B bomb. So you can see exactly where the MaxFlo players are. One situated right into B, the other merely kind of roaming around trying to find anyone else. But look at PRV. Look how well he's sat in here. Great angle to hold. Hopefully he can be as disciplined as he likes. And now lay in wait. Don't lose this discipline because it's going to pay off. Get the tag. Not going to claim the frag yet. And now, well, the T side to get themselves into this bomb site. Oh my god, PRV. Land these bullets, my friend, because you've got to do it right now. It gets one on to Doobie. Going to live for the second.
Yeah, he's just taking the time.
Yep, exactly. He danced around it then. I was near on worried he was going to play that a little bit too long, but he did claim them eventually. Yeah,
and that's really what you need to do at that new position, which is kind of like, if you've been playing Counter-Strike for a long time, especially sources I have, you won't know, those new boxes right there, they're not really, like, you haven't been used to it, and you can really, like, dance around it, as you said, and just hold off terrorists wanting to plant, and that's exactly what he has done. He's used the area there into his own potential, and he's really taken a use of that potential. So right now, we do see a couple of players rushing towards the Banana. We do have one player here, NGO, who will pick up one, but eventually dropped by Doobie. And now it's all on PRV once more on this bomb site. B, of course, that is, and they do have one guy rotating from spawn, so surely MaxFloPlay will be able to hold this one.
Well, you say it, Doobie has just rushed through that smoke straight into the face of Adamski there, pushing ever further forward towards that CT spawn. The rush is not stopping at all if this man has anything to do with it, so keeping control now of that spawn area. Nice. You can see there's a player. Wow, his PRV is still actually within the B side. Pete's picked up the frag onto Doobie, but MM's finally finding PRV. The bomb is down though, but that could have been a real big issue for those T players. If they don't check their corners, you're going to have the likes of PRV just laying in wait and picking them off. But 2v2 situation here, rizc. How's this going to pan out?
I actually don't know. They do have Pete though with an AWP, so he's going to have to be really cautious with what he does, and that is not being cautious at all, and therefore the round will go to ALSEN once more, getting in onto that B bomb site, getting the bomb planting, and just holding it down perfectly.
Yeah, and I like the way they're playing. As soon as they feel comfortable on a map, it's like a different team. You know, we saw this is exactly what we saw near on Mirage when they felt very comfortable, dominated whichever bomb site they went to, had the strats down, knew the opponent, and they were very good. They seemed like a great collective. Dust 2, well D2, they were non-existent. That was not the same team we saw, but let's see if they can really bring that fire, and I'm enjoying this one, guys. Hopefully you and chat are as well. Do let us know your predictions. I will be checking some way through this. I know Twitch is a little bit dodgy at the moment because of League of Legends, but, you know, I'll do what we can. But it seems like a very different push here coming out from the T players. Why is this?
Yeah, that's a good question. They want to just take time and just wait it out, just hold their positions. And of course, this is an anti-eco, which means that the ALSEN team knows that their enemies are on an eco, so they expect the CTs to do the unnatural thing and push out here. And well, they've been doing that, and they've been holding down the positions. And now they are going once more for their almost home place now, that B bomb side. And yeah, it looks like they will get the bomb down. It's going to be a Damsky and Hyper, and I don't think they're going to do much here. Let's see if we can find Adamski. He's in the smoke right now, but yeah, he just gave his position away, and Hyper will be saving the AK-47. So it's going to be 6-1 for ALSEN on a map. Like, I have to tell you, like, Inferno is kind of balanced, but the CT side is way favored. It's something like, what can I say, 65 to 35%, like that, with the CT side having the 65% favorite. But yeah, it's kind of like, if you can get an early lead ST, that's really, really good, and especially when you're behind map score like ALSEN is right now.
Exactly, it's very much a bit of a change from obviously Dust 2. We saw a completely different team now, so MaxFloPlay, they've got to find something here. And I've got to ask you the question, when would you start really stacking that B-bomb side? Obviously, we've seen them pushing it near on every round, and at what point do you just go, right, put 4 players there, leave 1 to watch A? Is there any point when that crosses your mind, or is that too, you know, putting your eggs in, you know, one basket?
Well, basically, they have been stacking, but that's only on eco rounds. But what they need to do is they need to place 2 players there all the time. They need to have an AWP and an M4. And actually, this is exactly what they're doing right now. So hopefully they'll be able to hold it now. Pete in a... I really don't like this position, because when he's that close, the terrorists can just jump straight up there if they get an early flash on there, and they did actually that. So now Adamski's all alone once more onto this B-bomb side. Luckily, they do have one man already rotating through spawn, so they'll have to, yeah, they have that B-bomb side locked down. But look at ALSEN, they know this, and now they're going towards A. This is great play and great game sense by ALSEN. Hyper, though, will pick up the double, which is kind of good for MaxFloPlay. But right now, 3v3, and the bomb's going to get planted on that A-bomb side anytime soon. Oh, no. No, it's not. Why did... Okay, they decided to run through the highway, which is not the decision I would have made. But Norbiag obviously called that the B-bomb site was clear. But yeah, the CTs were in CT spawn, able to kill the guys with the bomb. So around they should have won ALSEN right now. They should have been able to go to A and just planned it. But they took a risk, and that did not pay off for them at all.
Indeed, and this could be the switch-up that we need to see, and the way to knock ALSEN off that stool that they've kind of created for themselves. So Norbiak now left in that 1v2 situation, as you said, trying to do something with the time that's remaining. 27 seconds on the board. He's found one great shot onto... Oh my god, Norbiak has the right folks and picks up 2 beautiful shots there. PRV was just absolutely decimated. Oh my god.
I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, all the bad times he had on train, that is now forgiven, because... he should not in any way at all be able to do what he just did. I have no idea how he made it. Like, our video producer just jumped on his chair when he saw that. And he does not do that often, so that's very well played by Norbiag right there.
Indeed, and well, clearly feeling confident. He's going to be starting to look once again towards that B-bomb site. Dobie has opened up onto Pete. And well, this is looking once again like a similar affair. The MaxFlow guys are left with merely pistols between them, not much to their names. There's Norbiak, great shot to Adamski. This man's on fire right now, rizc.
Yeah, he's really like a mood player, I can say that all even though I only watched a couple of games with him, but I can like feel this guy. He's a mood player when he gets rolling, when he's like in that battle mood, when he's in that zone. He's so good, and that's what we've been seeing so far. We saw it on Mirage, we're seeing it on Inferno now. We saw him on Train, not in the mood, not in the zone. 0-0-15, and well, hopefully he'll stay in that competitive mood and keep getting those frags.
Indeed. And there we have it. The T side claim another round on the board. The CT side just can't find any way to stop them right now. It's literally slipping away round by round, all by that B side, and their hopes and dreams are literally being ruined by B at the moment. They wish they could lock it down a little bit better, and I want to see a little bit more kind of adaptation coming out from MaxFloPlay. I want to see them try and do something a little bit different to stop this, because when you're being destroyed by the same strat over and over again, yes, there's been minor adaptations, but you know they've got to do something drastic to change it up here. If you're losing 8-1 to one strat, here's your moment to adapt, and NGO's doing just that. First frag does fall in favor to MaxFlow finally, as they have taken down, I think that's MMs who did get dropped there. But now, can ALSEN once again apply that pressure at B and start doing the damage risk?
Yeah, right now what they're doing is that they doing a little bit different setup on B. Instead of an AWP and an M4, they're doing 2 M4s in defensive positions, which I guess is what they should do right now, because they do have some players on that ALSEN team who are really like in the mood in the zone, so they're going to be very aggressive. You can't like try and peek those players because, well, they're just on such a roll momentum-wise that they're just going to take you out. So they're doing the defensive positions, which is what they really want to do, and then one AWP in the middle, and he hit a shot through the smoke early on, and therefore the advantage is in their hands. But right now they're going to jump straight into this B-bomb side. Adamski doing good from his defensive position. Smoke's in place. Pete will take out another one, and this one is a round for MaxFloPlay to win, doing everything right here. Finally, they're doing something right on that B-bomb side.
Indeed, and that all play from NGO down mid was pivotal there.
Yeah.
I think he got the opening shot and followed up with another, and he knew where the third was already, so he already pushed straight down there to rotate around the back of Banana and kind of sandwich them right into there. There's no way they were going to get out of that one, and that's what they've got to do. They've got to find that adaptation, whether it's playing NGO straight in mid, really focusing him down there and hopefully getting an opening shot. Then do it, but they've got to do something, because sitting back and just trying to the same thing over and over again, not work. See, NGO now completely cut off at mid. He's not going to be able to get those same peaks, and maybe that's going to work against them. They seem to think that they may be going for a different push here. Guys, they've done it time and time again. It's B right now. They don't even know what A is. Ignore its existence. They had the A side before. They didn't even bother planting it. So here we go. Once again, the T side are looking towards that B bomb site, piling in towards it. And you can see the likes of Doobie just pushing straight through towards CT spawn. He's not holding back for a second. Checking that tree. You knew someone was up there before. MMs has got Pete. Norbiak onto Adamski, and that is the B side literally under control now of the T players. This is incredible from them. They're really showing you pretty much, one-on-one, this is how you take B. And we're going to do it time and time again, and they will not be able to adapt.
Well, basically, what I can imagine, like, if this was some cheesy movie, well, basically what they've done, they lost the first map, they're like, okay, we're being hammered, we should do something funny. Okay, we're just going to go B every time, and then we're just going to have some fun. And right now, it's just going to work out for them, because they've gone B basically every time. You mentioned they got A in a round, and then they went B anyway. Yeah. And they still win. Like, they're in the lead now 9-2, and basically their only strat with adaptions is rush B. And this is not seen on this top level of competitive play in Counter-Strike.
Indeed, but it's working, folks.
Yeah, it's working.
Incredibly so.
Just like,
I don't even know how.
Yeah, that's like the magic of LAN, because online tournaments or online matches, you're like, well, everyone is kind of in their zone. We're in the usual setup, and momentum doesn't really matter that much. Online, really what matters is teamwork and aim, mostly aim. But on LAN, teamwork is also important, but momentum is so much more important. And you can, like, physically drive your opponents down into the ground by yelling at them, by shouting at them, by winning rounds and just showing gestures and all kinds of stuff. LAN is really about momentum, while online is more about aim. Of course, aim has a role to play, because, well, Scream is still in the game. It's pretty damn insane at aiming, but momentum makes up for so much, and ALSEN is really, the momentum is their favor right now.
Exactly, and you can see it all across the way they're playing right now. They took their time there. They did peek towards mid, towards that A-bomb site, split back and push back the MaxFloPlay players. Now straight to B once again. NGO's got something to say about that. Takes down one. Gonna look for a second. MMs is just around this corner, and he knows it. Takes down two. Hyper joins in onto Swinkers, leaving only Cub left, and not for long. PRV steps up there and claims that round, and finally MaxFlo are back into things. But, well, it's almost not, I wouldn't say too little too late, but they've been hammered time and time again. And when you've got your opponents literally next to you, and you're staring them in the face, and you're going, Jesus Christ, guys, we're being beaten by these guys next to us with the same strat over and over again. How they're, you've got to try and pull yourselves together. Being at LAN, everything matters. Every step you take, every peak, every single second, it comes down to it. You make the wrong step in a wrong direction, that could be the loss. And everyone knows it. And it's very hard to be around your teammates if you know you're going to make that mistake. And, well, MaxFlo needs to take some risks right now. They did a lot better then. They obviously adapted a touch. And, well, you can see the T-side switching things up here. Risk, they're actually doing something different at the moment.
They are not going B. What a surprise. They're actually doing what is usually done here in the Inferno, that's focusing on the apartment area. They do have two players on that banana to make noise, to make the CT players think, okay, they're going B again. But while they're doing that, they're actually shifting things up and trying to focus on this apartment area. We do have Emmons uncontested in middle with a Glock. And he's not going to be able to do much, but still, just shows like a sign to the terrorist players from ALSEN that we can actually go middle, and we're actually going to have a good time. But yeah, not really smart. It's going to be 9 to 4.
Didn't happen there. Yeah, indeed. And we can see where MaxFlo would be a lot stronger here. Obviously, they have their strats down for A. They have that kind of preparation there. And the scoreline is 9 to 4 in favour to ALSEN, the T-sided players. But we've seen why. We've seen exactly as to why. It's that B push of theirs. It's so damn drilled in, so damn good, that as soon as they adapt away from it, MaxFloPlay finally kind of step up and start waking up. They tried ALSEN. The round prior to that was a bit shaky. They actually tried something different as well, but I think they're going back to basics. ALSEN doing exactly what they know and love. They're going to that B-bomb site. The likes of MM's watching the back, but the CT side look like they're getting aggressive here. They're stacking early. They're rotating very early. MM's is now going walkabouts to try and find that player. But the fire is already going down towards that B-bomb site, and here we go. Cub has found NGO, and that opening frag is big right now, allowing Adamski and co to push up further forward, though, into that smoke and try and get a bigger presence on Banana, and that's what they need to do. They need to kind of challenge them right now, because they're being picked off, though. They're peeking very, very haphazardly. Hyper has found the name of Norbyx, and there we go. Pete onto Swinkers, back to a 4v3 situation. What can the T-side do here?
Aggressive opening from Pete right now, and it worked off with the first kill, but the question is, will he be caught off guard here with the second one? There's one at Banana, then there's two guys going straight up to middle, so I'm going to switch over to Hyper here, and Hyper will do once more what he's good at, picking off those headshots. Adamski now going back, as PRV is sitting on that bomb site, where the terrorists are going to hit anytime soon, and yeah, PRV is in good position. He should be able to do what he's paid to do, which is shoot heads, and he's not actually doing that. Oh, there's a nice little headshot, and now it's all on DB, but PRV has that one in the lockdown, and it's going to be 9 to 5. And the exact moment where MaxFloPlay decided, now we want to do the comeback, was something around 9 to 2 or 9 to 3, and that's really the time we want to do it, because 9 rounds, you can come back. Like, if your opponent sits on 9 and you get 9 to 6, you can come back from that. But when it gets into double digits, then that's when it turns hard. Really hard, also, like, for team spirit, etc. But yeah, right now, if they can pull the comeback 9 to 6 and start working in the second half, they can still come out here.
Wow. Big peek there onto Banana, opening up onto Doobie, and he knows exactly where the rest of the players were. That is pivotal. He's going to look back for seconds, going to get the tag and the frag there onto Swinkers, but, well, Norbiak finally gets into the action. MM's joins in too, so it's left in a 3v2 situation in favour to that CT side, but the bomb is going down, so there's a time limit to what the CT side can do here. They've got to get into the face of those T players, and they've got to do it fast, rizc.
Yeah, let's see here. Hyper coming in from Banana. I think that is a guy to watch for the CT side. He has been picking up a lot of frags, but NGO picking up cups in the ruins, my bad. We're going to change over to Emmons, but he will actually be picked off before I can change. And that's another one going straight into the bag of MaxFloPlay, and they will secure that 9 to 6 halftime score, which is quite good, despite, like, we saw them being very much behind in the beginning of the game, but now they made it back, got a couple of rounds in a row, and if they can get the pistol here in the second half, they are actually looking quite good once again.
Yeah, exactly. That's the difference between a good team and a great team, is the ones that can pull themselves back into things even at such a disadvantage. You know, the best players out there are the ones that don't lose motivation after, you know, having a bad streak. You can just pick yourself right back up into the drive and say, okay, guys, yeah, we messed up, but now this is where we make our stand. This is where we turn the game around and do it exactly how we know how to do it. But we will be seeing MaxFlo now on that T side, so they've got to bring the fire, bring the pain, and as you said, that pistol round, if they get this in the bag, it could be huge. But, well, ALSEN has opened up. The likes of Swingers and Cub get the first 2 frags. Hyper replies, but quickly put to bed by MMs, and now left with only 2 standing for MaxFlo. This might be a little bit too much for them even to pull off right now.
Yeah, and even when they're playing CT, they're still going B. Like, they rushed 3-man down Banana. They're still going B, even though they're playing C3. This is probably the only team in the world that does this. And it's working out for them. That's a weird part. Like, they just got another round right there. Like, a round they should not be able to win, especially not rushing 3 players down Banana. But yeah, MaxFloPlay caught off guard once more by a strat that shouldn't be working, but somehow is.
Yeah, exactly that. And what MaxFloPlay, what can they do now? Obviously, they're on a bit of back foot. The next couple of rounds are going to fall beside them. How can they come back?
Well, they have to just make their shots and just take it easy, not let this get into their heads. So right now, ALSEN with 3 P90s and 2 Bisons. They're really just changing everything we know about Counter-Strike and just saying, we're going to do something else. Right now, DB has a big chance here, picking up something here with the P90. P90 has a lot of fire, oh wow, so many bullets fired in such a short time. Hyper's going to be the last man standing, picking up the double here. Could go for the triple! Oh my god! P250 action coming in high right here. 3 frags and 68 HP remaining. Picks up a P90. This is actually doable for Hyper.
Indeed. If there's anyone you wanted in this situation, you'd want him right now.
Oh!
That's why big slap in the face to come there. Just hello, goodbye, enjoy my pistol fires. Now it's a 1v1 Hyper against MMs. Who's your money on right now?
To be honest, like, just in this round, the momentum behind Hyper is so huge, but I don't know really where the bomb is, and I guess it's somewhere where MMs is currently guarding. Let's see here. Can't really see it, but it's probably somewhere around this area.
To the left. Just
yeah,
to the right
there.
of MMs.
Okay, so he can actually grab the bomb, but he's not going to be able to complete the ace. Would have been pretty damn awesome to see him complete ace with the P250 against a semi-buy from the CT team. But in the end, ALSEN will get the round. They can now buy up, that is, buy some M4s, but on the other hand, the terrorists are buying AKs and Galils as well. So this will be a very pivotal round. If MaxFloPlay can get this, they can start their comeback. If ALSEN gets this one, I think their momentum will spiral out of control and they'll take the rest of the rounds in this game.
Exactly. This is one of those pivotal rounds where everything can change. It's been a big investment from the MaxFlo guys, obviously buying up at this point. They've invested a lot of money, and as you said, even financially and mentally, they can lose a hell of a lot if they lose this round. So the early tags have already tagged up Pete. The fire did come down, but nevertheless, they're still looking to go here. They're still looking to make that impact. NGO looking towards apps. No one yet peeking. I don't think the CT side are even feeling like they need to get into the apps area. They don't need to push it. They don't need to overextend. They can sit back, allow them to take as much room as they want, and then cut them off right at a point. And they're holding that point right now. Very slow, cautious play. Everyone knows how important this round is. This is what it can boil down to. A moment like this that can be the linchpin of the next couple of rounds. Here we go. I do believe... it froze.
Wow.
But we're back in it. It's fine. Do not fear, guys. MMs has found the first frag onto Hyper there. But look how tagged up he is. Going to go back for seconds. Oh, NGO comes around the corner. In perfect time. Norbiak as well. Adamski joining in. It's left in a 3v3. Back and forth. Tit for tat. Norbiak spotted so many of them then. Couldn't land the shot. Bomb's going down a B. And this is a very, very weird kind of situation we're seeing pan out here. It's almost like a repeat of the last half where that B bomb site is clearly the favoured one at the moment.
And really like the position that Pete is currently in. Boosted upon the door. That's not really something that the CT side are going to be expecting. But that doesn't really matter if they don't go towards him. Right now, because Swink is going that way. So let's see here. Oh, he goes straight for the peak, but he's not going to get it because Adamski's there to help his teammate out. And that's going to be 7-11. So, yeah, we will have an eco round probably coming out of the CT team. Yeah, not looking like they're buying anything at all. That means it should be an easy one for MaxFloPlay to get, so it's probably going to be 8-11 also. So yeah, they could be on the way, on the brink of a comeback right now.
Exactly, that was exactly what they needed there. They couldn't allow that round to slip between their fingertips. They've got to do something, but there's a big push down Banana right now, and Pete's going to find the absolute brunt of it. 3 players stacking right up. And now let's see if he can get that superior gunfire down into their faces. Does do exactly that onto MMs, taking the first frag in favour to MaxFlo. PRV and Pete join in once again. This is looking like a big MaxFlo round. Very easily secured. That's what you wanted to do. Thank you for that one. Let's get this one going now. Is exactly what they're saying on that MaxFloPlay side. They've got to keep this pace up though, rizc. Because as soon as there's a little bit of weapon... Oh, this is an interesting choice they've gone for. ALSEN, why do they only have deagles and such beside them?
Well, basically, if you take a look at the economy, you see Cups, who's probably the guy with the lowest money. He bought a deagle and he bought a flashbang, and he has 2.4k. That means that he could have bought up, but he wouldn't have money for all the grenades and stuff like that. They are in the lead 11-8, so they can actually they can use like the money they have to spare, and they can say, okay, we can kind of like semi-buy up this round and just kind of test the waters. And if it works, fine. If it doesn't work, it's okay, because we are in the lead with 3 rounds still, and we'll have a lot of money for the next buy, so we can get 2 AWPs maybe, and all the grenades we need.
Okay, so looking ahead is what they're doing right now. They're not, unwilling to let this one slip for the advantage and the kind of bonus they can get for the next couple of rounds. But MMs has got that first frag, taking down Hyper, the pivotal player for MaxFlo. So that's going to be a big bit of damage. And now he's got an AK for those troubles, so he's done very well for himself. And that's going to make a big difference there, isn't it, rizc?
Yeah, that's going to make a huge difference, especially if the MaxFloPlay is going to rush straight up onto that B bomb site, then he can be in CT spawn, giving them backup. Right now, it looks like they are drawing back from the middle area towards that banana. So MMs just need to hold his position right now, and they will be all fine. I'm just going to check out Cups here, because he is at the screen position with that deagle. So let's see, he can work the same magic as Scream did. Not looking like it right now. Let's see here, MMs, what can he do now? He has to come up huge with this AK-47 that he has picked up. No one is going straight towards CT spawn, so MMs is having to go through the smoke. PRV picking up one in Norbiak, so MM's really the guy to watch here, so I'm going to stick with him to see what he can do here. He has to come in with at least 2 kills into this bomb side. Looking to grab the first one, but not really getting it in these first couple of bullets. And not getting it at all. One guy is remaining for the CT team, and he'll be taken out as well. MaxFloPlay winning the round. Of course, not the biggest investment for ALSEN, but still, it's always sad to lose a round.
Exactly, and mentally they're going, okay, this is getting closer. A couple of rounds ago, they had a big advantage. They could, obviously, as you saw, be quite, not hap-handed, but they were allowed enough time to kind of risk rounds like the last one. Now, they can't really keep doing that because it's 9-11. MaxFloPlay are getting back into this now, guys. I believe they do have a decent bit of weaponry beside them. I think PRV's still opting with the FAMAS there, so he's not overly investing in anything. He's still taking his time with this one because he knows that there's rounds ahead. And you can't obviously, you can't heavily invest in early rounds when there's still more important ones upcoming because they still are at a disadvantage right now. So MaxFloPlay need to keep racking these up though, because the likes of the CT side now do have that full buy beside them. They have a lot of weaponry, a lot of firepower, and it's going to be a tough task to take this one home now.
Well, let's see here. Hybe is making his way into the middle area. MaxFloPlay to see if he can get some kind of ground. There's a lot of, actually, three CTs on the A-bomb side. If he can open it up, get the first frag, then that is going to allow his team to push straight in there and maybe get the bomb planted on the A-bomb side, and which will actually be one of the first bomb plants ever in this game on that A-bomb side. I don't actually think we've seen one so far. Hyper just probing everywhere, just checking for CTs, telling his teammates what areas are clear and what are not. While his teammates are actually moving into the B-bomb side, which is something I really don't like. Oh, wow, Adamski with a nice little 180 spin, and he will survive with 2 HP, and the bomb is actually on the back of PRV, and it will get planted. MM's picking up Hyper, though, on the opposite bomb side, and PRV can go straight in here, but he will not get the frag. Norbiak with one, and there goes a double grenade. Surely that will take out Norbiak. Actually, it won't. So now Adamski is in the position he has to pick up something right here through the smoke. Can he get it, though? Oh, this is so weird. Oh, he's going to get it, but not the second one. And therefore, the defuse will be coming in for Norbiak. That was so close to Adamski actually being able to take a double frag and therefore win the round almost for his team. He was at 1 HP or something, but in the end, not really managing to pull it off. But still, 12-9 to score. ALSEN 4 rounds away from taking us into the third map. MaxFloPlay still needing those 7 rounds to bring it to 2-0.
Exactly. So MaxFloPlay do have a bit of a mountain to climb, but these guys have done it before. They can probably do it again, but it's all pretty much down to the likes of ALSEN to really take their stand now. Because while they've got a lot of weaponry beside them, they picked up that pace again, but look where those T-players are going. They're going right into the hands of Norbiak here with that M4 if they do stick with this strat, and that could be an interesting choice to make in such a pivotal round as this one will be. So, nades flying out, flashes and smokes coming into play now. You can see the return flashes just making their way straight over that building down towards Banana as these T-players do get themselves ready to rumble. So here we go. Push coming in now straight away towards the likes of Norbiak and Co. He's going to lay down some shots. Not going to match any of them. P coming up big with a headshot there onto Norbiak. Cracking open this B side literally in half and saying thanks for that one. We'll get this bomb down and retain 5 players. I do believe there is a CT player within those ruins nevertheless, but I think it must be Cub as he's been generally playing there, but it's a bit too little too late for him to make the action now. He's allowed so much presence within that B-bomb site. CT players are making their way around though. You can see the likes of MMs on that rotate up towards Banana. A couple of players already watching that, so this is going to be a very, very uphill struggle. Bit of a task to say the least for ALSEN as Hyper will claim MMs, leaving only 3 standing here, rizc.
I'm almost laughing right now. I have no idea how this can actually be working out for both teams here. As T, only planning on B, only going for the B plan in the end. This is so weird to watch. Like, this is like, I don't even know. I'm trying to make an analogy. Like, it's like watching basketball and both teams are only shooting 3-pointers. No layups, no dunks, only 3-pointers. They're doing the same thing over and over again, and it's working for both teams. They're tied, almost tied, 10-12, and they're basically having the same end to every strat they run. It's so weird to watch.
Pretty damn crazy, but the early exchange of frags there does leave MaxFloPlay with the advantage. Dempsey comes up big, finally shut down by MMs with that pistol fire raining down towards Banana, but it's a 3v2, and you can see MMs is taken over. Oh, great work onto Pete there, quickly taken down by Hyper, but that's surely going in the back of the mind there of Pete, getting shut down by a pistol so easily. One man stands, and guess what? It's a B again, I do believe.
Yeah. If Swinkers can clutch this one, it would be absolutely huge, because this was basically not a full buy round for ALSEN.
Yeah.
And yeah, they could bring it to 13 to 10, and they'll have enough money to buy the next one. MaxFlo kind of having enough money to buy for the next one as well, but let's see here what Swinkers can do. Will receive no damage from that grenade. Pushing in now, could be able to take out Hyper. He knows the position of one of them. Oh, takes down PRV, and he kind of knows where Hyper is. There's not many options left, but will be taken out in the end by that AK-47, and it's going to be 11 to 12. We can see the money. PRV is sitting on 13k, so he'll be able to drop for at least 2 rounds forward. But the money on ALSEN is struggling right now. They're buying up this one, but 4 for Masters is talking, well, their own clear language. They are in trouble financially.
Yeah, indeed. And they've got to volley back some of the pressure they've been applied to by the MaxFlo guys, who are really ripping them apart. There's been a good exchange of frags going back and forth, but it's always MaxFlo just edging away a little bit further forward in the last couple of rounds. So we are just keeping our eyes on Hyper as he was looking towards that midsection, trying to get an early pick. Smoke is up to kind of avert the gaze of any CT players feeling a little bit confident. Smoke coming out once again. So let's see where that bomb is deciding to go. I think, once again, it will be looking towards that B-bomb site. No surprise there, folks. But I want to see how they keep working this and how it keeps working out. Adamski is the kind of point in the spearhead charge that seems to be going to be probing around and testing where to play. And this slow play is actually causing Norbiak to move around. I think they're a bit cautious as to where they're going. I think Norbiak's actually rotating all the way back around spawn. And there may be very good reason as to why rizc.
Yeah, because the terrace players right now are moving straight on into the arch area where Norbiak will be actually ready to do the backup right here anytime soon. But, oh, this was a fake. Look at the bomb on the back of Pete. The terrace players are staying in the middle, making some noise, while Adamski will be waiting for Pete to move up onto the banana. Oh, look at Cubs! He's drawing into spawn, opening up the B-bomb side. Let's switch over to Cubs, because if he doesn't get 1 or 2 frags to hold these terrace players down, this is going to go straight to 12-12. And he will not do that. He will take 1 though. Bomb is going to get planted, so mission not successfully done, but Hyper will pick up 1. Currently 4v4, 3v4 actually that is, but let's see who will come out on top. Hyper in a good position, second one going in for him. 2 kills so far this round, could pick up a 3rd one. We do also have NGO coming in from spawn. This is great positioning from NGO coming in here. Hyper picking up yet another one. Hyper, can he take the 4-man down? Oh, 4 frags, can he get the ace, Hyper? Oh, he runs out of bullets. 40 HP and Cubs. And it's 1v1 Hyper with the ace! Oh my god. 5 frags, 8 HP remaining to tie it up 12-12. What a round by Hyper.
Sensational play from him, absolutely violating the opposing side. Every bit of hope they had, every frag they clawed back on his teammates, he just went, no, I'm not having that. I'm going to take every single one of you down right now. We are not out of this. The deficit of rounds they had just a mere moment ago was huge. And these guys are in it to win it, folks. These guys are not allowing themselves to get anything other than 3rd place, it seems, at this moment. They are still very much alive and kicking. ALSEN truly ruined what they had, but Hyper is not stopping. Once again, dropping the nade into Stoopy. This guy is incredible right now. How have I not heard of him before this very moment? Because he deserves every bit of attention he's getting, because PRV is taking it even further away from the MaxFlo guys, chipping away at the opposition, leaving only 3 still standing. Norbiak, Cubs, and MMs have to somehow stop the rot, because this is all going in favour to the T players. And Hyper's found another target, and well, he's going to collect that and put it right onto his bedpost and go, yep, another one for the bank. 5
they are planning A. First A plan in the entire game.
I didn't know this side existed.
I've never seen this before. What is this called? It's the last man standing. He'll be able to... No, he'll not be able to do anything. He'll be taken out by NGO, and once more, Hyper's play right now, just drilling through the ALSEN defenses and just getting some way or the other through their defenses and just basically slaying them. Like, look at this guy. They lost, basically, or they didn't lose, but yeah, they kind of did. 6-9 in the first half. He's sitting on 28 frags. Like 28 frags. And look at the last scores of his opponents, like 19 and 17. He's on 28. That makes no sense. Like, he's playing so well right now.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely on fire. And I think that A plan has actually shaken up the ALSEN side, because they don't know what to expect. They knew that the B site was favoured previously, but now it's literally up in the air. A couple of players have poked up through that midsection towards quad, but no one's pushed anywhere desperately yet. MMs is positioning himself in that apps area, going to look further forward. See the flashes are coming out. The T side are really switching things up here, switching out their pace. Adamski is tagged up and dropped down by Norbiak, though. So first frag does fall in favour to ALSEN right now, and this is a big round. They've invested a lot into this round. And they've got to kind of try and claim every moment they can. Every frag they can get is very, very important right now. And while the T side look very happy biding their time, yes, they've lost a player, but they're not overly committing anywhere. They're not rushing it, are they, rizc?
No, not at all. They're just changing things up, just trying to do anything. Pete is right now faking on that B bomb side, and I think it's going to be immense. It's going to be the one to watch here as the terrorists will make their way into the A bomb side, or at least we think so. So far, they're making it their way into middle, and oh, Doobie will pick up Hyper here, and that's a big firepower going down now for the terrorist team. It's currently 3v5. They have to make something happen here in this round. Immense picking up PRV, and I think this one is almost over for the terrorist team. If not NGO can pick up something crazy here, or Pete can do the exact same, then they're going to be out of it. Right now, Pete, last man standing, 1v5. Probably not going to do much. Oh, that's one little headshot. Going for the second one, of course. But yeah, will not succeed. And 13-13. What a close match we have.
It couldn't get any closer right now. The way these two have been playing have been absolutely phenomenal. They've going every moment they've claimed they deserve. There's been no easy rounds. There's been no easy money in the bank. It's all been very much hard fought. You know, obviously the comeback from MaxFlo to get it to this point has been truly impressive. And what a way to get ourselves, you know, ready for the final. It'll be coming up very, very soon. I can't wait to watch that one because I will be surely tuning into this. But keep our heads in this game, shall we? As there is 5v5 situation still very much alive. One tag seems to have flown out towards the likes of Adamski, but merely chipped a fraction of his HP. But I'm curious as to where they're going to decide to push eventually. We are having a look at MMs right now, who's just kind of prowling around, trying to find out where also the T side may start pushing and try and help them out a bit. And I think the T side is just biding their time. They have no rush here. They do have a time limit eventually that kicks in, but they don't need to rush things. They're at a very pivotal moment. They need to bide their time and find out where's best to push.
Norbiak trying to get that first frag. Just seeing just the kind of shade of a terrorist, and he's going to get flashed to smoked out right now. And oh, that's a good incendiary grenade there. Going right down, blocking the terrorist, or at least taking some of the health off them. Norbiak going for the spray through the smoke, not quite hitting the guy planning the bomb, but here who will go down to that grenade. Or maybe not. 6 HP surviving. And yeah, the bomb is now planted. And here we go. Adamski picking up one. The CTs are still on this bomb site. Actually, the bomb, I'm not quite sure if it is planted. I can't really see, but frags are going in from left, right, and center, so it doesn't really matter. We do have PRV here. Him and Hyper are the last man standing. And oh, it is planted. Hyper has a chance of clutching this one. Hyper, if he just could pick up that one frag, that would tie that round to go just a little longer, but he will not succeed. And it's going to be 14-13 in favor of ALSEN.
Yeah, indeed. But MaxFlo still have just about enough money to kind of keep themselves into this with weapons. I don't think they're exactly swimming in cash right now, but they have enough to keep pulling through, and this is a big round for them. They don't want to allow ALSEN to get too far ahead here, because obviously the next round, that'll be match point. So you can't let that happen. So let's see what they can do here, as they've got to get back to what they were doing oh so right. The last couple of rounds have slipped from them. ALSEN got back with the weapons, got back with the firepower. Let's not write the MaxFlo guys out of it, because they seem to come alive as soon as the pressure is kind of put upon them. So hopefully they can kind of get their heads in the right place and focus up here. I'm curious as to where they're all lining up. I'm watching Norbiak, but these guys are looking towards that second mid area, all lining up, raring to go. And well, let's see where they decide to end up pushing. You see the nades and smokes are all being put in place, and here we go. They are pushing directly towards the A bomb site. Oh my god, NGO and co really not holding back for a second. CT Arch is now filled with terrorist players as they're pushing ever further forward and towards that A bomb site, closer and closer to their edges. This is incredible play from them, but there we go. That incendiary grenade will kind of split up a couple of the players, but there's still very much a huge presence for the T side. How has no one dropped down as of yet, rizc?
This is once more so weird, and look at the HP of the terrorist players.
Incredible.
It's going to be, oh wow, couple of frags coming in from each side, but Swink is on the bomb side. Immense will do huge damage, and Adamski coming in with one. I'm not sure how Adamski's not dead yet, but somehow he's still alive. Oh, NGO coming in with the final frag to help out his teammate, and I have no idea what happened that round.
How did the CT side allow so much room for the T players to get all the way around CT Arch? I understand that, let them get close, but they got all the way around to site. They got to graveyard. They were everywhere. And then two players just slowly rotate through CT spawn. And I'm like, Jesus, guys, you're really cutting this fine. And the individual talent came through for the MaxFlo guys, and they picked up those two final frags. But they're allowing so much room to breathe now. The ALSEN side, they seem so focused on one thing that as soon as it's switched up, they seem almost lost for words. And that's exactly what MaxFlo needed to do there. They had to do it right there and then. They had to switch something up, and they did it, and it worked. But now they're going back to what they know best, and it seems to be that B-bomb site.
Yeah, and we do have a very, very forced buy coming out of ALSEN. We have 2 Max 7s and 3 FAMASs, and not a lot of flashes, and probably not a lot of armor as well. So yeah, you can see that money there. It's not good at all right now. And oh, the terrorists are already in towards that B bomb side. They're already in on the bomb side.
Wow.
And not being contested at all. These ending rounds of this game are so weird. This is so weird to watch. I've been casting a lot of games on Inferno, but this is the first time I've seen something like this.
Look at that stack of CT players towards Ruins as well. Pete is literally holding back about 3 players. I don't think he knows how much is resting upon his shoulders right now. NGO's found the first. Oh, he's looked away at the wrong time right now. 3 players now line up. Here we go. Gets one, can't get the second, leaving it a 2v2. Make it 2v1, 1v1 here. It's MMs up against MGO, and MMs will come up huge and get towards that bomb site and hopefully get this defuse in. But what a weird round. As you said, that has played out so strangely compared to every other round I've seen on this map in this game before. The CT side allows so much room for the T players to get into there, and then they have to depend on that retake. And it's crazy to put that much stress on a retake, but it paid off. 15-14 to scoreline, guys. This is the final round, I can imagine, and this is going to be absolutely crazy. If MaxFlo pick this one up, we've got a bit of a different situation, but obviously ALSEN are looking very good for this.
Yeah, they're looking like they can take it 16-14, to be honest. Let's see here. We do have AKs and Galils coming in from the terrace, so they are in quite a good shape. Money-wise, do you think Hyper does not have that lot? And they do not have all the flashbangs and smoke they need, but still they have the weapons, so they can do the damage here. The question is, will it be enough? We have 3 players getting towards that A bomb site, 2 towards that B bomb site, while the terrorists are set up the usual way. The only thing that's different from the usual setup is that they have 2 arch instead of 1 arch and 1 quad, which is due to basically the terrorist team going arch every round, and it's going to pay off for them because they are going arch one more, and Doobie will pick up 1, but eventually taken down. Immensea going for that second spray, will pick up 1, so now it's 3 versus 3. Pete has picked up his second one of the round. The question is, where will they go now? They have players all over the map, this terrorist team. They have NGO here towards that banana, but Adamski and Pete looking to heat up that middle area.
Yeah, indeed. I'm going to have to stick it with one of the T players. I want to see what they're deciding to do. NGO did look towards B. He was tempted, but not enough as the A push is happening. You can see the likes of Swingers just dug in on that bomb site. Adamski rips him away from it as now the bomb is going down towards A. Pete, get in that pit and start covering your teammate off because right now you have the advantage. Great shot coming from Pete at the best of times. 1 man now stands. It's all on Cub to decide this map for his team. He spotted a player, gets the tag and the frag, looking for 2 more now. Bomb to defuse. This is a task and a half, but let's see if Cub can pull it off. Looking for the shots. He's going to get the tag. And he gets the frag.
God.
Yes, he can. Oh my god, it's a 1v1 situation, folks. It can't get any closer. And now he's going to fake out that bomb site. Peering round, he's got an inkling. He knows MGO might be up there. He's going back in for the real defuse this time. 3, 2, not going to happen.
Oh!
Peeks out of the best of times and denies the easy win for ALSEN there. Well, I think we're going to have a bit of an interesting situation here, folks.
Oh, wow. I've been asking a lot of times on this stream for overtime, and now it has finally happened. We're going to go straight into overtime here. This is, of course, the second map. And, yeah, if ALSEN win it, we'll go into a third one. If MaxFloPlay wins it, well, the match is over. And they won the bronze medals. And they won that $1,000 in that third place prize. But I'm not sure where to go from here because this match has been so strange. And another thing I'd like to point out, during this entire game, the deaths, if we can bring that up on the screen. Here we go. You see the deaths of the CT team right now, ALSEN, is way higher than the amount of deaths on the T team MaxFloPlay. We see 25, 24 deaths, while on the terrorist team we see 18 and 19. And just like they're able to get the same amount of rounds as their opponents because they're going into these weird rounds where it's like the bomb exploding or some like weird 1 versus 1 and they're still edging out the win. It shouldn't be possible, but somehow it is possible. Just not enough to get them the win, but still 15-15. I don't even know. It's been such a long time since I actually seen an overtime. I don't actually even think we have had an overtime on the Stream and Go yet, have we, Funks? Funks doesn't know. If Funks doesn't know, no one knows.
No one knows.
No one knows.
No one ever.
But yeah, we're going to take a short break, I think, or maybe the players are actually already ready. They're joining the server. I have to reconnect here. Let's see, yeah, I'll have to restart the game, or maybe not. No, I can't join any teams. I'll just have to restart the game, and hopefully the players will be ready to jump straight into the game, so we can get this overtime rolling. Of course, we do have kind of a time schedule to keep up. We do have a final that has to start in I'm actually not sure. The admin said that the games have to be done like around 10. But right now it's 8. And the grand final is going to be best of 3 also. So I don't even know anymore.
No one knows. Literally, we just kind of stroll along, see how it goes.
Yeah. Let's see here. The players are ready to go towards the overtime. Of course, for those of you guys not really familiar with the entire overtime thing here in Counter-Strike, well, it's basically MR3, which means you play 3 rounds per half, and the teams that get 4 rounds first will, of course, win the overtime and therefore the map. You also get 10k start money, which means that you can buy up in the first round, and if you win the second one, well, basically you'll have enough money for the remaining rounds. So, almost everything relies on that first round, and usually we see a lot of 3-0s for the CT teams, and I don't think this match will be any different. So if you as terrorists can get the first round here, that's going to mean so much. And I'm not quite sure where the teams will start. It looks right now like ALSEN, or actually it's MaxFloPlay who's going to start C on the T side, so it's going to be such an important first round.
Yeah, I think they're just sorting a couple of bits and pieces out at the moment as Swinkers will jump back in. And we'll be jumping back into this one as soon as these guys are ready. Obviously, guys, if you aren't sure, if you haven't seen it, you might want to check out this whole event. It looks pretty damn incredible. It is the IEM event. It's a phenomenal looking place as it is, but then you throw in the amazing games that have been going down this entire kind of time. It makes it impressive, and esports as a whole looks so good right there on stage. I've got to say it.
Just seeing some of those pictures that the guys from Rokaka have been taking, this is like when I started with Counter-Strike. This is some of the things I dreamt about esports cheating. Like having an entire sports arena. They have like 10,000 spectators live in person.
And still 5,000 outside. They didn't actually, they couldn't even facilitate the entirety of people. So guys, obviously they're enjoying it, we're enjoying it, and I think we are about to jump into this overtime here, and we will be seeing the ALSEN side up on that CT half. So the advantage is slightly with them, but we've seen how well MaxFlo can play on that T side. So let's not count them out just as of yet. But rizc, who's your money with now for this one?
I have actually no clue. To be honest, I hope ALSEN can get this one because they have been fighting so hard in this The Inferno map. And we are going to jump straight into it. Apologies for the flags, the names, and the logos because everything's going to be kind of effed up in this overtime because they're probably going to change teams so much. So just focus on the names of the players at your right and left side of the screen, and then what Pansy and I will be saying. And don't look at the logos. But the first frag has already been dealt. Norbiak has gone down, and we do have the entire terrorist team going towards that A bomb site. Or maybe not. B bomb site it is. Oh my god. Once more, a push towards B for MaxFloPlay here. NGO with the bomb on his back. Doobie has to do some kind of defensive action here. Smokes and flashes are coming straight towards him, and he's blocking an enemy in the smoke. NGO coming in with 1 frag though. Doobie right here in the ruins getting onto the bomb site. Surely he'll be able to take someone out here with the M4. The bomb is planning out for the terrorist team, but Adamski being surprised there by Swinker's bomb going down there for NGO. 2 versus 2. If the terrorist team clutches, this would be absolutely huge for them, and they will.
Ow.
Oh wow, NGO picking up the hat trick, and that's 1-0. And I know 1-0 doesn't sound as much, but 1-0 on T side in an overtime means so much because usually you can get those 3-0 sides on CT very, very easily. And, well, basically one round as T means that, well, just 3-0 on CT and you won the overtime. There's not going to be a second one. It's just win the map and that's it. And for MaxFloPlay, that means you win the match also. So, yeah, looking pretty good for them so far.
This is sensational play from MaxFlo. I love the way that played out. NGO was so pivotal there. Bomb down, he got 2 players coming out of those ruins, and, well, he handled it perfectly. Very different kind of strat coming out this time, though. Looking towards Apps. I think he's got some fire already coming towards him. Oh, big deny from Swinkers there, taking the early frag for ALSEN. So bringing them back into this one, pulling them into it as much as he can, because now they have the player advantage, and they need to hold on to it. The T players are very much split up here, a couple working down Banana. You can see Pete just on your screen as Norbiak is looking through, but obviously that is due to X-ray more than anything. But look at these players, they're really getting the face of this B site, and you can see the likes of Pete, PRV, all making their way around now. Pete has claimed the frag onto Cup, looking for more. They're ignoring Norbiak right now, who's just trying to cause havoc from the back of the side. Gets 1, looks around for the second, the nade lands at his feet. PRV will claim that one. As we are left in a 3v3 situation, PRV, Pete and Adamski left standing to defend this bomb site now as it's switched around as they've got that bomb down and ticking. rizc, this is going right down to the wire here.
Oh wow, he should have been able to do so much more damage from that position. He was not able to, and I think that might cost them the round unless his teammates are going to pull it right back. It's just Pete remaining, and he will be taken out by Doobie. Great retake, just clearing out their teammates' errors there and just being able to take the round back. ALSEN here. Now it's the last round of the first half in the first overtime, and basically, I'm going to go out on white now and say the team. Like, if MaxFloPlay wins this one, they're going to win this overtime in this first overtime. If ALSEN takes it, it's going to be another overtime. That's just my prediction right there.
Okay, well, this man's called it. Let's see how this one pans out, because I'm not deciding anything yet. I do not know. It's going back and forth every single time. The CT side looked like they were going to go aggressive on Banana. They've retracted quickly there because Adamski's presence was felt, but NGO opened up perfectly on Swingers, working out AWP and cracking open this map now, taking that initial pick, which can cause such a big effect. So NGO looking further forward, looking towards that CT arch as Hyper comes in to join him. Adamski is tagged up, but not by much. Look how spread out the MaxFlo guys are, though, applying pressure throughout the entirety of this map. The CT side can't say, they're going this way, or, we can rotate here, because the pressure is coming from everywhere. NGO again, big frag onto MM, but finally Dobie does step up to the plate, but Hyper's there to quickly mop up the remains. And the T side look very much in control right now. Kalb has to push around, gets one, can't get the second though. Adamski quickly avenging, leaving it all on Norbiak. Where is he? He's in the right place, but can he get there in the right time? That's a question right now, and this is a big, big round. Bomb down and planted. 1v3, gets the tag, not the frag. Looking for it, not gonna happen. Pete's there to claim that final round of the first half of this overtime. That is impressive play from MaxFlo. Very, very impressive. I can't believe it. They're on the T side, the harder side, and they've somehow clawed themselves back into this after having such a round deficit during the normal rounds of this, let alone overtime. Incredible stuff. I'm blown away by this match. This is a match where I didn't expect that much because, well, it's two citation quote, that is actually lesser teams compared to ESC and MyGGB, but they're showing us such a good game. Yeah, so much value for our money right here, if we were actually paying, which we are not, by the way. So, free entertainment right now for you guys, and it's damn good entertainment, if I can say so. And it's looking like, oh wow, MaxFloPlay doing so well right now, looking to grab their third round here in the overtime, 1 round away from winning this map, and therefore the match, and therefore also the bronze medals at IEM Katowice. Indeed, and I've got to say it right now, Hyper, you have been so on point, it's unbelievable. We saw how much trouble ALSEN caused on this T side. We saw it absolutely decimate the MaxFlo players who had the more favourable side at the start of this game, but it doesn't matter because, well, the likes of Pete, Hyper have truly woken up. Adamski individually perfect. And here we go, Norbiak trying to land the early shots straight down mid. Not going to happen this time. And I think it's NGO for the opposition just going to back off there because that just wasn't working for him. Now looking up towards Banana. We know how favourable ALSEN were towards this B push. They don't seem so favourable anymore. They're very cautious because look at this round. This is the moment where a good player can become a great player, where you can truly show exactly what you're worth. And, well, Adamski's doing just that. First frag in favour to MaxFlo, plucking the head from the shoulders of Swinkers and saying, we're here to stay and we are here to win this one, folks. ALSEN are not going to be allowed to walk through this one, and they've got an uphill struggle now on their hands, rizc. Yeah, what they should do basically now is they should try to split towards this A-bomb site, get all 3 members in the apartments, have Norbiak make noise on that banana, and then hit it through here. And here you guys will see what I'm drawing, and then go into the A-bomb site. The question is, will they do that? That seems like quite a good plan in my eyes. Let's see if they are going to follow up. And let's have a look here. Doobie, he will be looking through these long hallways, and MM's right now in the boiler room, looking to do exactly what he just said. So, I mean, great tackle leader for this team. Let's see here now. ALSEN making their way in towards this A-bomb site. Will they succeed or will they fail? That is the question. MM's dropping quickly into the pit, and he will be able to take out PRV here. 1 player going down. A second one might be going down anytime soon on that bomb site. He is down right now, and it's all on Pete, Hyper, and Adamski, the 3 top performers for MaxFloPlay, to nail this coffin right now and win this match. Indeed, this is their moment to shine, and Doobie's doing exactly that, picking up the frag onto Adamski. 2 now stand, Hyper and Pete. But let's not count them out, but Ems is counting them out and counting the bodies down right now. It's all on Pete. He's getting the hell out of there because that situation, it's not feeling too good right now. And, well, we almost counted ALSEN out. I almost forgot how damn good they were, but these guys are definitely not out of this one yet. Pete, knowing the exact pressure he's going to be under, going to try and sit back, make sure he doesn't allow too many easy frags for them. Picking up a couple here and there, dropping down Norbiak. Great play from him. and hopefully they can look forward to that next round and maybe just attack it with such grace and speed as they have been doing so far. But these guys, they need to lock it down. MaxFlo picked up that first round, but ALSEN are not out. They're not out of this. It's incredible.
Yeah, it was so important that Pete saved that gun, because if he didn't save it, he wouldn't have enough money to buy all the grenades this round. And this is the final round of this first overtime. They need to win this round if they want to just end it now. Of course, they don't want to go into the second one, because that would be a huge comeback and a huge confidence booster for ALSEN. So he has that weapon. Everyone has what they need to make this work. The question is, will they make it work, or will ALSEN step back into this game and say, hey, we need another overtime?
Indeed. Let's see how they're shaping up this time. I'm going to put my faith into the cameraman right now. Having a little look at Swinkers, just peering around. You can kind of see how they're forming up this attack on this very last possible round for ALSEN. So, looking around towards that CT, Archie's making this push. He does have the bomb. Going to lay down some fire. Oh, he's not caught it, though.
Oh, wow. So good movement.
Indeed, that was incredible play right now from here. He has been dropped down by Swinkers, but oh my god, look how aggressively Swinkers is going right now towards that CT spawn. Hyper's found one. It's a 4v3 advantage to the defending side. Adamski, perfect timing. Pete comes in as well. It's all on Swinkers. He's taken out, taken down, and MaxFlo stamped their authority on this game, and they deserve that comeback.